Okay, everybody, we're back with Week 3 predictions, and it's been a pretty crazy season so far. So it should be good.
Very
Week 3. Starting the season or starting the week off with a NFC West matchup, the Rams and San Francisco. I don't even know who I'm going to pick on this.
I'm picking the Rams.
Yeah, I might pick. I don't know. I could see the 49ers getting their first win.
They held the Seahawks to 12 points.
I think both of these teams are. I think people kind of think they're really not so good, but they're really young teams. I'm gonna pick the 49ers. I feel like they're just gonna pull it out at home.
Already splitting.
We don't want to hear that we agree with each other every. We're tired of hearing that nonsense.
All right, up next we got the Ravens at the Jaguars.
Ravens.
They're doing the thing the Panthers are doing. They're barely allowing points at all.
Yeah, their defense looks pretty good.
It looks really
I haven't really kept up with them as much. I wasn't really studying them like I have most.
Shut out the Bengals week 1, and then the Browns only scored 10 points. So
I think one person we said on our week 1 or week 2, I said I didn't think the Ravens would win, and he commented.
Yeah, we changed our mind.
Sorry about that. I'm taking the Ravens for real now.
Yeah,
I think it was when they played the Bengals. I don't know if that was week 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was week 1. We apologize for that. We were very wrong.
I'm on board with the Ravens now. We got here we go. We got the Browns going to Indianapolis to face the Colts. The two rebuilding teams, I guess you could say.
If that's the phrase we're going to use, and that's what we're going to use.
I'm going to pick the Browns. I feel like they'll pull it out.
I'm picking the Browns.
I don't know. The Colts, I just don't know what they're doing right now. I feel like they have a lot of problems.
Andrew Luck's already been ruled out, and Deshaun Kaiser, he's not a superstar, but he's pretty good, and he's not bad. And
their defense is pretty solid.
Their defense is very solid. It's good.
The problem with both these teams is they're both rebuilding, but I feel like the Colts have more problems.
That couldn't have been said better. Perfect. Up next, we got the Giants at the Eagles. Good.
I'm picking
conference.
I'm gonna pick the Eagles.
Division matchup.
Yeah, we got an NFC East division matchup thing.
I'm
gonna pick the Eagles because the Giants have looked dysfunctional. I watched their game last night against the Lions. They look really. I don't know what they're doing.
I think I'm going to go ahead and pick the Giants.
They need a run game.
Odell hopefully can get his ankle straightened out. It wasn't 100% last night. He only got, I think, 2 catches or 3 catches. So I think he'll hopefully work it all out this week, get his ankle back good. Brandon Marshall, he had a pretty good pass down in the red zone. He almost got it in. So if they can get their little kinks worked out, I think they'll be all right.
They're not using him as much as I thought, but I think part of that is Odell's not getting used, and I think that's they're both kind of dependent on each other. As a whole passing game.
Up next, we got Miami at the Jets. I'm going to pick the Dolphins. I'm going to pick the Dolphins. I think their run game...
I'm going to pick them, too, because I think Jay Cutler, people weren't taking him serious. And I really thought whenever they signed him, I was like, this could be...
He's looking way better than a lot of people gave him credit for.
I think he's a better quarterback than Ryan Tannehill. I think that's fair to say.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think Ryan Tannehill is a $100 million quarterback.
I think it's in the best interest of the Dolphins to do what they can to get him to come back next year. As crazy as that sounds.
That's what I would do. I mean, they need a bona fide quarterback. They don't need a
hot and cold guy.
And the thing about Ryan Tannehill, he's fast. So it'd be one thing if he was a little hot and cold, inconsistent, but he would just run the ball a little bit. He's fast and he doesn't run it, and he's like a mobile quarterback who refuses to run almost. So I think Jay Cutler's a better way because they got a run game.
They do have a run game. J.J. can carry the team if he needs to. Up next, we got the battle of the defenses. We got the Broncos and the Bills. I think this one comes down to who has the better offense. I think it's the Broncos. It's just
I'm going to pick the Broncos, but I think a lot of people are going to laugh and say, "Oh, the Bills are going to get crushed." But the Bills,
nah, it'll be a low-scoring game.
The Bills look pretty good, defensively.
Yeah,
against the Panthers because that's our team. We watched it, and they were not allowing it a lot.
I think it'll be a pretty low-scoring game. For the most part.
But the problem was they were letting the Panthers move the ball on them, and they were just stopping them when they'd get
They stop them in field goal range.
So I don't think you can't play that game too many times and not get a touchdown scored on you.
Yeah, eventually it's not going to work.
So I'll pick the Broncos, but let the record stand that I'm saying they will put up more of a fight than people think.
Up next, we got the Saints and the Panthers.
Yet again, I'm picking the Panthers.
We're picking them again.
I won't be picking them next week. I'm not picking them next week.
We already decided, unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong this week, Tom Brady.
Do I think they can still beat the Patriots? Absolutely. I think they have the formula just like the Chiefs to beat them. But to be fair, I'm not picking them every week, so we are picking them this week.
We got to pick them this week. They haven't even allowed a touchdown yet.
They haven't allowed a touchdown. Do I think that'll stand and play Drew Brees? No.
But
do I think they'll allow a few touchdowns? Yes.
They've let up only 6 points on the whole season. I mean,
nobody's taking that serious.
I have to pick them.
Plus, I mean, they've been winning with a rusty Cam Newton, and he's only going to get better every week because he didn't really have a training or like any training camp or any preseason.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's still going through his like fundamentals, and I think he's only getting better, and they're already winning with him being rusty.
Yeah.
And McCaffrey's only getting better, so I'm gonna have to go with them. Plus, I don't know they need to figure out what they're gonna do too. The Saints. I don't know what they're doing.
They got to figure out that Adrian Peterson thing. They don't.
Which I was sitting there politicking like they need to give him the ball. Watch him get the ball like 50 times.
Yeah. Run all over us.
Yeah.
Up next, we got the Steelers at the Chicago Bears. This is a tough one.
I'm picking the Steelers, but I think they'll win by like a touchdown or less.
I'm gonna pick them just because you got Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, Le'Veon Bell should show up, but I don't know.
Le'Veon Bell, I have him in fantasy. He hasn't done a lot.
The Steelers have looked a little off this season. It's not even. I mean, I think they'll win, but they've looked a little off. It's not the normal Steelers we're used to seeing.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell hasn't done a lot, and I think that's like a lot of their offense. So I think that's kind of just thrown everything off. But I think they'll get it situated. What they usually do is they start off hot the first 5 weeks, and then they kind of trail off. Maybe they're just going to
do the opposite.
Maybe they're just going to go to the playoffs and get hot. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Up next, we got Atlanta going to Detroit, play the Lions.
Shootout.
This is going to be the shootout of the week. This will be a 30-plus point game.
This is probably the hardest pick we'll have all week. This is definitely the hardest pick we've had so far.
I'm going to pick...
These are two teams I've not bet against
Vic
yet.
Beasley's out.
I don't think that'll be huge because they're more offense anyway. That's their best defensive player.
That's their best defensive player.
Which I wish he'd be out when they play the Panthers, honestly. But I already looked. He's probably going to be back. So we already checked on that.
This is going to be a hard one.
I know if I pick against the Falcons, they're going to make me pay for it. I know they are. I'm picking the Falcons. I really, really like Matt Stafford.
I'll go Detroit. I
really want to go Detroit, but I just feel like my initial thought was I'm picking Detroit, but I think the minute I bet against the Falcons, they make me pay. Their offense is unstoppable.
I'll go Detroit because, I think you said, it's going to come down to a shootout. And
they're at home, and they don't have Big Beasley. I can kind of see it.
I'm going to say Matt Stafford's going to pull off that one more touch. It's not a matter of, who really is a better team here. It's just who can get the last touchdown is basically what we're seeing.
They have a lot of weapons. They're just like the Atlanta offense. They have a lot of weapons.
I think the Matt Stafford's going to be able to get that one last touchdown to win the game. That's all it's going to really come down to, in my opinion. I think that's what it'll be. So.
And this is an offensive battle, though.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one probably won't be so much like that.
The next one could be a very interesting game.
Yeah, we got Tampa Bay heading over to Minnesota. I'm picking Minnesota. I don't think anybody can beat them at their house.
That defense.
They're the Broncos of the NFC. That's what they
really are. That defense is absolutely unstoppable. But then you got Mike Evans looking great. Jameis Winston only getting better week to week. Sean Jackson, at any moment, he could just drop 116.
Yeah, their run game.
At any moment, he can do it.
They're going to be one-dimensional, and being one-dimensional against the Vikings is not what you want to do. Because they can't really run that much, as far as I know, at least.
I wonder if Sam Bradford will play this week.
I don't know. Sam Bradford needs to... It's
too early.
I don't even get the deal with him. I watched the whole game the other day. I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention for 20 seconds and he got hurt and I never heard about it. But I don't get what the deal was with that.
Yeah, they didn't.
He gets injured a lot.
They said his knee, but they didn't say much about it. So, I don't really know.
He needs to get in there if they're gonna be good. Because he looked phenomenal week 1.
I think if Sam Bradford plays, I'm gonna pick Minnesota. If he doesn't play, I'm gonna have to go with Tampa Bay. Just because, you got Sam Bradford's not playing, Teddy Bridgewater's not playing. You got your third string quarterback in against a pretty good Tampa Bay team.
I know this is a good, Minnesota offense or defense. I'm picking them because of that, and I think they'll win anyway. But I don't think there's any way to stop the Buccaneers' offense. I don't think it's going to be like a shutdown of any sort.
Yeah. Up next, we got Houston at New England.
I saw this thing on the NFL Twitter page. The defending Super Bowl quarterback versus the defending national champion quarterback. First time since 2011. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers and Cam Newton facing off. 2011. I saw that on Twitter today.
Who that was.
That was pretty cool.
So, you got Tom Brady, who the last time he played in his own house was mad. But you also got a very beat-up Patriots offense. Very beat-up.
And Dante Hightower's beat up.
Gronk's hurt.
And I think Devin McCourty or one of those secondary guys. One of them.
Houston has a legitimate opportunity to win this week.
I don't think
I'm not going to pick them. I'm not going to pick them. I'm going to pick New England. But they have a legit... If the defense can pressure Tom Brady hard enough, just right, and Deshaun Watson can make a few plays downfield, maybe run the ball a little bit, they have a chance to win this.
That defense is really going to
decide the game.
They're just going to probably, I'll say, annoy Tom Brady. They're going to have him getting hit. They're going to hurry him. They're going to throw him on the ground. It's going to be physical, but I don't think it'll be like a close game. I think it'll just be like a hard-fought victory.
I want to pick Houston. Man, I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to pick...
I don't see any way you can pick them. Even if they win, I'll be like, yeah, I still did the right pick kind of thing.
I'm not counting them out. This is the one that I'm not counting.
No, I think they're going to... It's not going to be a clean sweep. They're going to get in there and they're going to rough up Tom Brady the whole game, but it's not going to be like we almost lost game, I don't think.
So, we both got New England?
Yeah, we both have New England on that one.
The next one is Seattle at Tennessee. Seattle's not looking so good.
Seattle is not. It's never been, even like in their Super Bowl runs, like they were never really a good road team.
I think
they're going to eke out a win, but I don't think it's going to be like. I picture another offensive struggle with their defense.
I think it'll be like the last 2 weeks, like you said. I think it'll be just an eked out win.
I think their offense gets way too much credit. Like they look great at home, and they get all this credit whenever they play like decent to mediocre defenses, and then they go like on the road and they look really mediocre. Like I don't know. I think they'll eke out a win completely because of their defense.
I didn't mean last 2 weeks. I meant just last week. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to say that. But they'll probably eke out a win. Who knows? They might show up. I mean, they got a tendency to just sometimes show up. But like you said, the road, and they lost to Green Bay week 1. They barely beat San Francisco last week. It was 12-9, I think.
I could just easily see like them winning and everybody making a huge deal. Oh, the Seahawks are back. They're the Super Bowl champs of the NFC. They're going to win. They're going to go all the way, which is what everybody likes to do whenever they win one game.
I think they'll barely eke out a win. I think that's about right.
Every time they have like a really good week, they'll do that. So I just picture that headline coming up. So I think they take that one.
Up next, easy pick.
The Bengals haven't scored a touchdown yet.
They haven't scored a touchdown in the last 4 games.
Or the Green Bay Packers. I'm picking the Packers. I think this will be the thump of the week. I think they're going to...
Thump of the week.
They're going to club them, I think. I don't see any way the Bengals will win this game. I don't see any way.
It's not even
if they do, I will get on here and I'll say I was wrong, but I don't
That's how we're opening if the Bengals win, we're opening the video next week with, sorry guys, we were wrong, the Bengals lost.
Sorry guys, we were wrong. Don't even listen to us because we were wrong last week. Just video over. But then we'll do the video anyway.
Yeah, so
I think the Packers are going to thump on them.
Up next, Kansas City, who is looking tremendous against San
Diego. Oh, well, the Chargers.
The Chargers. We can't call them San Diego.
I'm not calling them LA. They're San Diego until I get used to it. But we'll just call them the Chargers.
But I'm calling them a loss this week.
I don't know anybody who wants to play the Chiefs right about now.
I don't know anybody.
They are physical. They're fast. They run the ball on you. They pass the ball on you.
Kareem Hunt, he is the real deal. He is the next.
They have everything.
The next big
they remind me of the Chiefs in 2013, where they just started wrecking. Like, and nobody knew. Like, it was Andy Reid's first year there. It's like, it wasn't like they were bad those other years in between. They went to the playoffs, but it was like, I feel like this year's their identity is getting back to like the roots of what Andy Reid likes to do.
That should be the primetime game.
That should be the primetime game. That definitely should be.
The primetime game.
You got an incredible offense going against a really good defense.
And a pretty good offense.
And a decent offense with Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. The primetime game this week on Sunday night is the Raiders at the Redskins.
I don't get why this is the primetime game. I think it's kind of just like, oh, Derek Carr signed a big contract, and Josh Norman's doing a lot of commercials, and Kirk Cousins kind of in the media a lot, so let's put that on primetime.
Raiders.
I think the Raiders are the more complete team. I think they're going to just run the score up on them, and I think Kirk Cousins isn't going to go quietly. It's going to be high scoring on both sides.
Amari Cooper's doing good. Michael Crabtree had like 3 touchdowns last week.
I think Michael Crabtree gets slept on a lot because nobody really paid attention to him when he was in San Francisco. So now that he's not, he's a different player in Oakland, I think, or whatever.
Yeah. On
the Raiders now, so I think people should kind of give him a little bit more credit. Plus Amari Cooper, plus Marshawn Lynch is running pretty good. I think they take it comfortably.
Now, this game, this is the one I'm excited for. Monday night game, you got the Cowboys at Arizona.
I'm picking the Cowboys again. I'm not even a Cowboys fan. I would really like to watch them, though.
Nope, I'm picking the Cardinals.
I picture Zeke making up for the yards he didn't have against the Broncos. I think he's going to have 150 rushing yards. Bold prediction.
150?
Dude, he is going to try to make up for his lack of yards last week. He had 8 yards left. Tom Brady had more rushing yards than him last week.
I'm picking the Cardinals. I think Dak Prescott, I'm not going to call it exposed just yet.
Oh no! If he has to run the offense like an actual quarterback and like put up like do all the production himself, he can't do it.
He had 52 passes. I think was it 52 attempts last week or something like that. 42, 52
I mean,
attempts.
That was against the best defense arguably in the league. That was definitely against the best pass defense. I think you can come to like easily say that.
Got Peterson sitting back there this week. Tyrann Mathieu sitting back.
It's going to be a hard victory. I don't think they're going to easily win.
It's going to be a tough game. I'm going to pick the Cardinals. I think they're going to be able to get it done at home.
If they stop the run though and they make them pass, I don't think Dak's the quarterback who will just like put the team on his back and like just take over and win the game for him. If they stop the run, they will lose. I will say that.
If the run gets stopped, which I think it will, the Cardinals will eke out the win. It's going to happen.
I agree. I just don't think they'll stop it.
All right. Well, that was week 3.
And that's Monday night.
That's
right?
Monday night.
Okay, so we'll have to watch that one.
That's week 3. Very interesting week. Good matchups this week. So thanks for listening to this. Thanks for watching. If you're on the YouTube, check out everything. Go check out our last predictions. See how good we were. Criticize us if we were super wrong against your team. We apologize.
That Ravens fan, we're sorry.
Come back next week, week 4. We'll see you next time.